What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Bleisha.
What up? All right, just go drink something fancy today, huh?
Yep, just gonna have some nice crystal clear water.
Crystal clear water. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Hopefully, you all have been having a good day today. Excuse me while I just get this chat up here so we can see what's going on, who's coming into the room. And today we got an interesting topic to dive into today. What's going on, Libra girl?
What's up? What's up?
Yes, we have a pretty interesting topic to dive into today, and we're talking about emotional intelligence.
And boy, is that needed right now.
So before we get into that, we definitely want to give a big ups to everybody, to all of our new subscribers, because we've been getting quite a few new subscribers, and we greatly appreciate the love, the support. And if you are new to this channel, we definitely ask that you do subscribe if this information that we're about to provide to you is helpful, or if you just like how we look,
that's fine too. We'll take that.
All right. And also throughout, if the information is helpful for you, give us that thumbs up. Today we're going to be going pretty much into like some slides for you to give you all some pointers. So please forgive us if we don't see the chats right away, but just want to let y'all know we're going to be checking in on it from time to time.
Yep, but still drop your questions in the chat, whatever you got going on, emotional outbursts, how you feeling, just go ahead and put it in the chat. We don't mind.
We do not mind at all. But yeah, so today, so baby, just let the people know, why is emotional intelligence so important in this time and space that we're in right now?
In 2020?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost self-explanatory, but...
Well, apparently in 2020, this is supposed to be the year of clear vision. And for some reason, some people are struggling.
Yes.
In that area of having that clear vision. Now, having emotional intelligence, this is something that was obviously made up. Somebody,
it really is.
They figured it out. They put some words together. It sounded nice. EI, right? Emotional intelligence. So pretty much, this is just really heightening your awareness.
Yes.
This is really all it is. It's becoming aware of your emotions, right? Where you're at energetically, knowing where you begin and where someone else end, and having the same respect for someone else.
Yep.
Knowing where they're at emotionally. Like, somebody could tell you something. Like they could say, I'm happy. And they're not happy. Like that. My daughter does that to me all the time. I'm not mad. She'll do that. I'm happy. And I'm like, sweetheart, no, you are not.
You are not.
So, just going beyond the words that are coming out of their mouth and really feeling them on an energetic level. Because, again, what is emotion? Emotion is E, right? Energy. The energy that is in motion throughout our body. And so our body can process foods, the physical stuff. Our body is pretty good at digestion, all those different things our body is really good with. But when it comes to the energy, the electrical signals in our body, sometimes it can get stuck, it can get jammed. We really don't know what it is. We're really not aware of how we're reacting. So raising our awareness is pretty much heightening our intelligence on an emotional level.
Right. Yeah. So we are going to get into it, family. Right now we're about to get into the slides on this. So if we miss the chats, please forgive us. I'm going to check back from time to time, but we're going to dive right into it. And afterwards, if you have any questions or concerns, definitely drop those into the chat. What's up, Carla? All right. Hope you got the email about the meditation. Hopefully that was helpful for you.
Welcome.
And for those who are new to this channel, yes, we do get quite a few emails. And if you have any particular specifics that you want to ask, you can email us, or if you really need some in-depth stuff, definitely book a session with us. We'll be more than happy to dive deep into any particular topic for you, especially when it comes to your spiritual journey, because we really want to help each individual raise their awareness and be able to ascend through all of this madness, because there is a way.
Yes, and this is a catalyst. Like, you know, we were just talking about this whole situation today, and we have been using this as a free ride. I mean, we have been literally using this whole energetic situation on a free ride to ascension.
Yes.
Like, and if you really know how to work these waves, you could use it. You definitely can use this energy to take you, to ascend you on a different level, right?
Yes.
And who is this? Desandra, welcome, sweetheart. And Anisha, welcome. Amber, welcome, guys.
Yes.
This lesson is divine timing.
At its finest.
Wow. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. This is what we love to hear.
All right. And so with that being said, we're going to get right into it. Let me go ahead and get this started over here. Let me see if I can get the chats up. Yep, I got the chats. All right.
We in business.
Awesome. All right. So emotional intelligence, also known as EI, not IE, as in
earlier videos.
The first video I can. Wow,
you said EI.
Yeah,
instead of IE.
That's so profound that I actually said that. That was like
2 years ago.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's get into it, family. All right. So what is emotional intelligence? Okay. Emotional intelligence in a nutshell is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and be aware of those around you. Now, when you actually look into this definition, we actually changed up some things here, because at the end it actually said that you are able to it says that you have the ability to understand and manage your emotions and those around you, which means that in my perspective and in our perspective, that's actually infringing on somebody's free will, and that is not what we do.
Right. Now, I guess on another perspective, what that could probably mean is when you say manage others outside, not so much manage them and tell them how to feel and things of that nature, but they'll go off of your energy. So in a sense, by you managing your energy, in turn, you're kind of managing what's around you, because as within, so without, right? And just a tiny example, 9 times out of 10, when you look at someone, right? Let's say you're having a great day, like your day is awesome, and you're vibrating on a very high frequency, and you look at someone whose face is like kind of frowned, and you look into their soul, you look into their eyes, and you give them a genuine smile. That person is going to smile back at you. They'll smile back.
Yeah.
So in a sense, I guess when they say manage the emotions of others, I guess it's telling you to take that responsibility on yourself. So as within, so without type of thing.
Yeah. And on an additional note to that, people who have a high degree of emotional intelligence also know what they're feeling, what their emotions mean, and how these emotions affect other people. Just like you said there, you know that if you smile, that you have an opportunity to make somebody else smile. So you got to really understand how powerful you truly are. And to really, if you look at that in a quantum way, you can actually look at how your smile is like the stone that's being thrown in the pond that causes a ripple effect, and it affects everything else that it just hit. So that's on a whole deeper level on that.
I'm gonna drink some clear water to that one. I like that one.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So when we're talking about emotional intelligence, there are 4 basic things that encompass really being sound in your emotional intelligence. And that first thing that we're going to jump into is self-awareness. Okay? You want to read out the self-awareness, baby?
Yeah, and it's weird because today I was putting the cards together, just a small story. I'm telling a lot of stories tonight. Y'all tired? Y'all sick of me yet? I was putting the cards together, getting them ready, just in case, we're going to do a quick reading and whatnot. And in the nine of, what was it? The nine of air came out. I think it was the nine of air.
Yeah.
And the nine of air, I was just putting the cards together. The first one popped out was emotions. And I'm like, okay, that's the topic, emotions. And the next one came right after it. And the nine of air symbolizes self-awareness. So I'm like, wait a minute, these cards are something else. I'm just trying to get the cards ready. And so it gave me emotions and self-awareness. And saying that, you definitely got to be aware of self, knowing where you're at energetically. Always know how you feel and know how your emotions and your actions can affect the people around you. Being responsible, taking that responsibility, because let's say you're not in a good mood. Let's say something it definitely threw you off, right? And you might be around a group of people, you might be around your children. This is time for you to know self and to know where you're at and be honest with yourself and say, hey, you know what? I just need to step away for 5 minutes, or 2 days, whatever the case may be, depending on how deep that impact is, right? Just be honest with yourself. Self-awareness. Know where you're at energetically and know what you need to do and if you need to pull back. And just being honest with yourself. Welcome, Kelrick, my love. Welcome.
I don't know if he's going to bed right now, but he just said good night, guys. I don't know if that's a greeting or if you're going to bed, but either way, we salute you. We thank you for being in this space with us.
Ashley, welcome.
All right. But we're going into self-awareness, okay? So with self-awareness, you always know how you feel. You always know how your emotions and your actions can affect the people around you.
Yeah.
This is just like, how when you're, for example, like a baby, like when they're walking around, they have no awareness of where their body is moving. They just out just doing everything. They may knock some stuff over and things of that nature. But yeah, you have to be self-aware of, you have to be self-aware. You have to know about your emotions, but what are some ways that you can actually improve your self-awareness? Okay, so we're going to dive into that just a little bit. And one of the first things that you can do to improve your self-awareness is keeping a journal. Okay, because in keeping a journal, as you can see here, I mean, it's basically spelled out. We just made these notes up for you real quick, but a journal helps you improve your self-awareness. If you spend just a few minutes each day to write down your thoughts, you can move through higher degrees of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because when you sit down and you write a journal of how you responded throughout the day or how you reacted throughout the day, you can actually start to pick up patterns that you can then go through and break those patterns if need be. If they're not serving you, then you have the ability to change it.
Yes, and Brittany, beautiful Brittany, welcome. And Kellick said he's going to stay for a bit. Thank you. Brittany says, I verbally vocalized how I felt today and cried.
Nice.
A red bird came to the window and that gave me comfort. Oh, yeah. That is beautiful.
Those red birds are very, very powerful, very peaceful. They definitely do bring a lot of tranquility along with them. And I always saw them as my spirit guides, to be honest. Just those who came along, and they do provide a lot of comfort. It's just, it's weird how that little red bird just, like, you see that bird, you be like, it's going to be a good day.
It's going to be okay. And you know what? You probably had to get some stuff out. And then so you cried. It's just a way of, purging the soul. Crying is good for the soul. But then maybe you can take this tip, right? Keep a journal.
And the next one, which is to slow down.
Yeah.
Because, so many times we get into situations and people have the experience where they quote unquote black out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they don't know what happened or anything in nature. They just reacted. Now, when you get a chance to slow down, you get a chance to actually respond. You're actually able to gather yourself and really examine things for how it is. And now, this doesn't come easy.
Practice.
It doesn't come easy, especially if you're one who's used to just going right in.
Yeah.
This definitely is going to take some practice for you. And one of the ways to really help out in that is through meditation. Meditation can definitely help in allowing you to slow things down.
Yeah, and you could practice. Like, it sounds a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but this is one thing that I learned in class. You know, you can practice. It's just stay with me. Practice getting angry, like by yourself. You know, practice getting angry. Maybe you might want to watch a movie or watch something that strikes up those emotions, and practice and be with yourself in that energy, and then train yourself to notice yourself being there, and then find coping ways to calm yourself down, so that when you do encounter real life situation where you know you're at a place emotionally that's heightened, then you can recognize it a little faster because you already had practice.
Yes.
And so it's easier for you to really be in control of those emotions. And that way you learn how to use the emotions as a tool to show you where you're at, instead of having the emotions ride you.
Because they'll ride you hard.
They will ride you hard.
They will ride you very hard.
Yeah.
But to answer your question real quick, Kara, because I know you may be on for a second here. When it comes to focus and clarity, meditation is going to be one of the best things for you. Especially starting out focusing just on your breath. Just if you're able to really focus just on hearing that breath, it does tremendous for you. Now, the other thing is, and we probably will do a video on this just to break it down a little bit more, but in addition to that, mastication. We're not talking about the other N word.
Not the other one. Not the other one.
We're talking about mastication. That means that you are doing just one thing at one time. So, like right now, if you're watching us on this YouTube channel, like the only thing you should be doing is either taking notes or just watching our pretty faces.
That's just a small example.
Okay? Or if you're eating, you're just eating.
That right there. That I had to learn. I had to learn that. I had to learn that because, you know, sometimes you're busy, you want to eat, you want to talk. Excuse me, I just had dinner. And you want to do so many other things. And so you're taking your attention off of enjoying the meal, tasting the meal, allowing it to digest, being in the moment with that meal. I didn't realize how important that was.
Yeah.
To just eat.
And you know what? That actually goes right into the next one of the four pillars, I guess you could say, when it comes to emotional intelligence, is self-regulation.
Wow, look how that just slid in there. I like how that just kind of,
Okay, because when it comes to self-regulation, it's just basically learning how to stay in control. How do you stay in control? And we just mentioned one of them as far as how you can stay in control, but we do have some other ways as far as how you can improve your self-regulation.
Yes.
Okay? And one of those things as far as improving your own self-regulation is knowing your own values.
That is so important. So oftentimes we let people come into our lives and we just let them just put the values in the attic or in the trunk, any place but the. So we really have to get used to our values, know our values, value our values, right? And like it says right here, spend some time examining your code of ethics, because we all have it. And these, in other words, are boundaries. Okay? These are our boundaries. what we value. If you know what's most important to you, then probably you won't have to think twice when you face a moral or ethical decision.
Right.
Like how what's his face probably be sweating. What's on Facebook? What's on Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he'd be sweating bullet bricks.
Yeah.
Trying to see, do I delete this pedo post or do I leave up? You know, he probably be because where is his? Some people don't know where their value begins or ends anymore.
Nope.
Because they've been little by little they've been selling a little piece of their soul, and then after a while you really don't know what's a value, what's a moral. You don't know these things anymore because they become foreign. So yeah.
Yeah, they do become foreign, but yeah, and you know it's funny because once again, like this really goes into your whole question, Kendrick, when it comes to focusing and things of that nature. Because when you really look into it, it's pretty much holding yourself accountable. That's another way of improving your self-regulation. Like you know that you have some things that you need to focus on, and sometimes you got, you know, when it comes to now this hold on, let me come out of here real quick because I think I need to talk a little bit about this one.
Go on, baby. Okay. Speak on it. Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
Because when it comes to self-regulation, this is something that we're not used to because and this is what the situation that we're in right now, looking in 2020 and everything that's been going on, and we ain't gonna speak about it because we already know. If you don't know what's going on right now, you're under a rock, and I don't know what to tell you.
And it might be a good thing, and let me come with you because you don't know what's going on, and you're probably happy.
But the reason why we're currently in this situation that we're in right now is that because nobody knows how to self-regulate. We've been looking so much to outside sources, governments, politicians, other farmers, other looking for Amazon to fulfill orders for us and get things for us. We've been doing so much of externalizing our power that we've forgotten how to self-regulate.
Wow, that's deep.
Okay. And so now it's time to really start to get back into this. We got to get back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Okay. And so let me go back into this, but yeah, I definitely had to get that out real quick. But one of the ways to improve your self-regulation is by holding yourself accountable.
Yeah.
And just like we mentioned before, which is a third tip, which is practice being calm.
Yeah.
Okay. And going through meditation and things of that nature, practicing mindfulness also is another really good thing as far as, which is actually practicing mindfulness and mastication is the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that practice being calm, I tell you, boy, I know I have come a long way. I have come such a long way in managing my emotions, and listen, this stuff does not come naturally for everyone. Managing my emotions and really staying calm in heated situations, and trying to stay. You know what was challenging for me is staying calm when someone might be yelling at me, or when someone is projecting and pushing stuff onto me. I felt like I had to match, and then even the old Leisha, the old Leisha not only matched the energy, but exceeded.
Right.
So I always felt like it was a competition to exceed, right? But then, you know, becoming wiser and stuff like that, Honeydew! Oh my goodness!
What's up? We've been looking for you, girl.
Oh my gosh, my sweet Honeydew.
Just threw us off.
Oh, you threw me all the way off, sweetie. I'm so happy to see you. I'm to feel your energy. Oh my goodness, my Honeydew. Okay. Yeah. So I had to come a long way, and I had to learn to manage myself that way, and learn not to try to exceed someone else's emotion that they were putting off. And I had to learn how to look beyond that emotion to see where it's coming from, right? and then when you're able to look to see where it's kind of like you're pulling back the curtain. When you see someone yelling and screaming and doing all that extra stuff,
yeah,
you have to, all that yelling and screaming, it's a curtain. So this is what you do. You pull the curtain and then you go to the side and then you go like,
yeah.
Okay.
Now, and you know what? This is the perfect time to just go ahead and segue right into this, because this is what we're talking about, which is next thing, which is having empathy.
Look at that.
Okay?
You can't make this stuff up.
Because empathy is something that is so needed when you're dealing with other people. And having empathy, in short, is having the ability to put yourself in someone else's situation. Okay? And you know what? This picture that we chose is actually really symbolic of that. Because not only do we put ourselves in other people's shoes, we also put ourselves in Mother Nature's shoes. Okay? Because just like we're holding this tree, we are the tree. And so we have to, and you know, Sadhguru said something that was so profound. He said that once you understand that you are immortal, or excuse me, actually he said once you understand that you're mortal, then you actually step just a little bit lighter around your environment and in your situation, because you know that at any time things can just go sideways. But in knowing that not only are we our brother and sisters, we're also our trees, we're also our animals, we're also the fish in the sea. You know, we're all of that. So when you understand that we're all one, then you tread a little bit lightly. So.
Oh, Carrick says he knows that it's a challenge to stay calm when people are trying to what do you say? People are trying to attack you when you're in a peaceful state. I've gotten stronger. Go, Carrick. That's what I'm talking about. You better you better do this.
Yeah, you're getting stronger though.
Yeah, I love it.
Now here are some just a few quick tips on how to improve your empathy. Okay, and these are some of these things we've already mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, but we're going to go just a little bit more in depth into this one, which is of course putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. Just like I mentioned before, that changes your perception.
It does.
Okay, and it is so important for us to have control over our own perceptions. I'm just gonna say that. But the second thing, like this is something that Alicia had brought up earlier, which is you want to pay attention to people's body language. Okay? Because when somebody tells you that they're okay and their body tells you no, they are not okay, you know, you got to pay attention to that.
Yeah, because everything that shivers is not cold. Everything that glitters is not gold. Okay, so
no, it's not.
We gotta know. We gotta use that intuition, that intuitive ability. Let that kick in, and pay attention to it.
Yes, yes, and the whole and you know there is an art to body language and being able to read other people's body language. That's actually how a lot of magicians are able to predict things, because they pay really close attention to people's body language. Like if say for example, right, they gave you $100 bill and they told you to hold it in one hand and close both fists, and they told you that if you're able to if the magician picks the wrong hand that doesn't have the money, then you're able to keep the $100, right? But if you put your hands behind your back, the magician knows that there are certain subtle body movements that you would make that would indicate which hand you put the money in, and they pick it every time and they get that $100 back from you. So it would behoove you
Maybe like that word.
It's one of my favorite words. It would behoove you to learn body language.
Body language, and it is plenty of videos on YouTube, plenty of books that has been written about body language, maybe the art of body language, but it's a thing. And you know, you really it's unfortunate but that's why it's important for us to be aware.
Mm-hmm.
Become super aware of where we're at, because for those of us who are not aware, there is someone else who is more aware than we are, and there are people out there who could use that as something that's manipulative, right? They can manipulate
yourself.
They can manipulate you in knowing that, hey, they're not aware of themselves. Let me do this or let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you want to know these things. You want to know if you are making up a story, you might look to the left,
mm-hmm.
or if you're telling the truth, you might look to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you want to know these little subtle things, because these are things that that people do.
Yeah,
it's called mannerism.
They tell you all the time.
Yeah.
And one other thing, and this is something I definitely wanted to make sure that was covered, which is definitely respond to feelings. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like this is one of the things that's borderline gaslighting. I don't know if it actually is gaslighting, but you know that an individual is feeling a certain way, and instead of you actually acknowledging what's going on, you want to just sweep it under the rug, or you want to act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good way to alienate somebody, and just it is gaslighting pretty much. Okay, so don't ignore people's feelings. That they're there for a reason, and definitely respond to them when you see what's going on.
Facts. Somebody said, I'm hurting, 1 year no talking with my DM. I guess he's not awakened, but I stopped chasing. Very good. I got him on my mind every day. Wonder if he is doing the same. So, hey, you know what? Take that. That's energy. That all of that stuff is energy, and sometimes it's easier said than done. But take that same energy and start turning the wheels back in. Because what you're doing, you're turning the wheels out. And so it's going to feel draining, going to get tired, going to get worried. So what you do is you take that same wheel and you start turning it back in.
Yeah.
Start pulling it back in towards you.
Yeah. And actually what that does, okay, because just think about it. If you're constantly pushing stuff out, like you're pushing your energy out, what that is doing is creating a magnetic field.
There you go.
That is repelling energy. Okay, so you're constantly pushing, right? And so if you want to attract the things, whatever it is that you want, you have to bring it in. And one of the ways you bring it in is by focusing on yourself. Because when you're focusing on yourself, then you're inviting somebody else to focus on you too.
Boom.
Okay?
That's it.
So you bring it in. When you start bringing it in, that energy field, it flips. Right now, Mother Earth's magnetic field is flipping. If you don't know.
Listen, guys. What we experiencing right now, all this flood that's going on in that place over there, China, okay? It's all has to do with pole shift. Things are shifting. And if you don't know now, I'm going to tell you now, this is the easiest time to manifest.
Oh, yes.
If you've been trying to manifest something and you've been having a hard time, right now is one of the easiest times to manifest something, or whatever it is. This is the time to manifest.
Yes.
Right now, it's manifest friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the time to do it. You want to make yourself a magnet that is pulling the energy into you, and that energy is love. That energy is currency. That energy is wisdom. It's knowledge. You're pulling all of that into you when you focus on self.
Yes.
And then we're going to get into the next part of being emotionally intelligent, which is recognizing your social skills. Okay? Because your social skills are going to be so important, because you're dealing with we have to deal with other people.
Yes.
Okay? You can't just go out to the store
Mm-hmm.
and nobody talks to you, nobody interacts with you. It's just you.
I know that will be an introvert's dream, but it does not happen that way.
it don't happen that way. So you got to learn how to interact with other people,
Right.
and you also got to learn how to interact with other people who don't think like you.
Right, right. Because sometimes you can have this this awkwardness. I'm gonna show you how to manage with that awkward, being socially awkward. That's what they call it. Somebody just put something in the chat that they've been focusing on themselves. Who's that? Carlene says she's been focusing on herself a lot lately and she feels selfish. That's not the correct word that we use, sweetheart. we use the word self-full. Okay, so whenever we are focusing on self and we're building self, we call it self-full. And the reason why we call it self-full is because in order for us to share with someone, right, we have to have something in the cup to give to someone. So we got to fill that cup. What's inside of the cup is for you. Always remember that. What's inside of the cup? See this stuff in here? This is mine. This is my water. And I'm going to drink it because I need to quench my thirst. Now, when the water is all the way filled up, the overflow, that's what you pour from. Yes. You pour from the overflow. So in order for you to have an overflow, you got to fill the cup up. So you got to be self-full. So we say self-full.
Yes. Okay. Makes
Okay.
so much sense. All right. So if you want to manifest a full cup, you do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
At this point, you can manifest anything as long as you're not infringing on anybody's free will and you're not damaging anybody else's property,
right?
Whether it be physical, intangible, or whatever. You can do it.
Go on and do it. And Honeydew says, because you're no good. See, you're no good without you. Boom, Honeydew. Kellerick, I just doubted, confess myself, I guess. Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
it's
boy.
Okay.
It's all good. All right. Well, the next part, as far as some things to help improve your social skills. Now, these are just some bullet points to really just did that switch over? Yeah, it switched over. Okay.
Like it did.
Okay. These are just some bullet points for you to really dive into. This can be your own little work, because the first point when it comes to social skills is learning how to conflict resolution. Okay. Conflict resolution is a whole topic.
That's a whole video
within itself.
Maybe like 3 series.
Yeah. And you can Google it, you can YouTube it, whatever you want to do. But conflict resolution is something that you definitely want to look into. Appreciate it.
Yeah, conflict resolution. One of the small technique that I had learned with conflict resolution is called the speaker listener technique. And it's real simple, but it sounds simple, but when you're trying to resolve a conflict, that's a whole nother situation, right? But again, these things come with practice. So the speaker listener technique works with you stating how you feel, right? Then once you've stated how you feel, the other person gets to paraphrase.
Yep.
Right? Because sometimes we say things and it comes out different.
Yeah.
Or the person might interpret what we said completely different. So the reason why you take the time to say what you feel, then you get them to paraphrase. So example, Tom, I don't like the way how you told me that my dress is too short and my legs are fat, and that made me feel insecure, whatever, right? And so Tom or whoever you're speaking with, they'll be like, okay, so if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is the way that I address your attire or what you were wearing, it made you feel insecure. Your appearance, that made you feel insecure. Is that what you're saying? And then you'll be like, yes, that's what I'm saying. and then you get on the same page. So then Tom gets to respond, okay, and then he says what he says, and then now you get to paraphrase, because it just it's time consuming, but it saves a lot of confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you get to say something, they get to paraphrase, and then you get to understand what each other is saying. But again, takes practice.
Yes, yes, yes. And with this other point, which is improving your communication skills. There's one particular book, if you haven't ever read it, and it just came to thought, and I should have
Put it up there.
yeah, I should have put it up there, but it just came to mind, so please forgive me. It just came to mind. But in this particular area, one book that would definitely help you out in this area is learn to influence friends and what is that? Oh gosh.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
How to influence friends and family, or what is that book?
Oh.
How to let me see.
How to win something and influence friends. How to win and influence friends. I can't remember, but it has something.
I'm trying to see if I could remember this book. I can't believe that I'm just
how to win friends and influence people. There you go. I know it had win in it someplace. That's it.
So yeah,
that's the book. Yeah, yeah. How to win friends and influence people. That's a good book.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good book.
Yeah, that book right there would definitely. Dang it, I don't know why I closed that. But yeah, how to win friends and how to win friends and influence people. That book will definitely help you out when it comes to your social skills. And then one other thing, which is something that some people just can't fathom sometimes, which is to learn how to praise others. Now, this doesn't mean that you go out and you be a brown noser, or you go through and you kiss other people's tail.
No, that's not what that means.
That's not what that means. But this kind of goes into gosh. Now, I don't know if I have the right to say this, but sometimes in the female community, especially in our melanated ladies community, how when another melanated young lady does something awesome, then the other ones, instead of lifting her up, actually do the opposite. Am I wrong in saying that?
That's your observation. You can't be wrong for your observation. That's what you notice.
But yeah, we need to learn how to praise other people. This is kind of like what we tell our daughter. Like, there's so many situations where something good happens for somebody else, but when something good happens for somebody else, she don't want to congratulate them on it. But if something good happens for her, she wants everybody in the whole world to give her high applause. Yeah,
it comes with that mentality of thinking that someone else's gain, right, is your loss. Right. That's that mentality, and so we have to get that on a subconscious level, that someone else's gain, right, it's good, and it does not affect our gain or our loss. It just simply means that they're increasing, right? And when you start understanding energy and how energy works, you would it would behoove you it would behoove you to get excited for that person. And I'll tell you why. Because on an energetic level, what you're telling the universe, when someone is doing great, or when they're experiencing gain, or when they're in a place of high vibration, when you repel something that's of a high frequency or high vibration, or something that's abundant, when you're rejecting it, which energetically, what you're telling the universe is, that's not what I want. I repel that. I don't like that. I don't want success. I don't want gain, because that's the energy that you're giving off. The universe is not going to be worried about these empty words that's flying out. It's going to be listening to you on an energetic level.
Yeah, and if you all really paid attention to that whole series, the whole movie, The Secret, one of the most crucial things to take out of that, and I'm using my Donald Trump hands as I say this, one of the most crucial things you want to take out of what was said in the movie The Secret is that the universe doesn't understand the word no or not, or don't.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you say that I don't want bills, the only thing the universe hears is that I want more bills. You don't. The universe doesn't hear. I don't have my twin flame. You know.
You just have to speak things into existence and just act like if you already have it while working on, attaining those things. Because it's funny, that whole lack, the mindset of lack, that bleeds into your consciousness, into your subconscious, and then your experience very quickly. Okay? It takes a lot less energy to spiral down than it does to spiral up. And we can sit here and say that from experience.
we done gone through it more times than we would like to, but that's a part of life.
Yeah.
And so once you understand that that's a part of life, that you're going to have your ups and downs, but when you know that you have a down that's coming, you can prepare yourself for it so that it's easier for you to spiral back up.
Exactly. And who we got here, Krishna says she just got the love notification.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Brittany, compliment and give credit where it's due. Give Jack his jacket. Yep. And Krishna says, Twin Flames Unite. I do that all the time, and it's crazy. I just had that conversation with a longtime friend.
Yeah, I think she was talking about the slide before. Yeah.
And you got to have these conversations. Sometimes these are tough conversations, but we have to have it. And Twin Flames Unite. That's why I love you, because you guys give good point advice. We try. We really try. Thank you so much for the love. We try. Hello, Solange, sweetheart. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
And the answer to your question is yes. We are doing card readings. We're just going to jump into this last part, which is these are just a few signs of high emotional, intelligent people. Okay? And you may be in this category.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And this is just a few of some of the ones that we decided to put down. There's quite a few others. But hey, you may be in this list already. Okay? And in that list, the first one is you think about feelings. And, for those who have been going through and doing shadow work, this should be something that is on the top of the list. This is something that we've been stressing since the end of 2019 going into 2020. Is that we really have to evaluate our feelings and where they're coming from and where are their roots, right? So that we can figure out if we need to pull those weeds or we need to flourish them and let them grow. The second thing is that you pause. That is so powerful, to just pause.
Take a minute. Take it all in. Look at it. Smell it. Do what you got to do to get familiar with it. Because the more familiar you are with something, the better you know how to handle it and how to deal with it.
Yes. And what's the other one, Spec?
You strive to control your thoughts, right? Now, in understanding that thoughts are like clouds. And the day that you stop, you pause, and you literally start watching your thoughts, you will realize that they're like clouds. They come and they go. They come and they go. And you can watch them. You literally can sit and you can watch your thoughts. And when you're able to sit back and watch your thoughts, it gives you so much more control of the wheel. And then you don't have to ask somebody else to take the wheel.
No.
Because you know that you're in full control of that wheel, because you see these thoughts and you know where they're going, and you get to pick what train I want to jump on. You can look at them like, nope, that's not it. Nope, I already see where that's going.
Right.
And it's kind of like looking into timelines. See, thought patterns give you an opportunity to really assess different timelines to see what you want to experience. Right?
Yep. And oh yeah, and we'll jump through the rest of them real quickly. I know Krishna already said that they're all of them. So
Yeah.
but we got you show authenticity.
Yeah.
So you are being unapologetically you.
Keeping it 100.
And you apologize when appropriate.
Yeah.
Because you know sometimes we mess up.
Yeah, be like, my bad, man. That was listen, that was all me.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm so sorry. That was just me.
And this next one just goes hand in hand, because if you're able to apologize for the wrong that you did, it makes it easier for you to forgive and forget. Right.
Now the forgive, she said it's very hard to forget. Now, Carl, I'm gonna jump on this forgive and forget part real quick, because you know sometimes they say forgive and they say forget. Now we got to take this with a grain of salt. Now, okay? So we forgive and forgiven. When we say forgive, forgiveness is for us. The forgiveness is for us. This is our release, right? Because when we hold on to stuff, we're killing ourselves. I always say, when you don't forgive someone, that is like drinking poison and you're hoping that the other person will die.
And we did a whole video about that. Hopefully I can remember, and I'll put a link after this live is over to that video, because learning how to forgive is so crucial.
Very crucial. And so this is where people get tied up and they get tripped up. So they think because they forgive someone, that means that they open back their door and they let them come back in and they let them do the same thing again. That is not what forgiveness means.
No.
Okay.
It is not.
Let's get that clear. And so when they say forget, it's not a forget as in I'm going to act ignorant to the fact of what took place or my experience. No. You learn from it. You learn from the experience and you use it as a stepping stool so that you can grow. You don't hold on to it and have an animosity and then, you know, not giving the other person an opportunity to do something different. Okay? I think that's what the forget part, what it means. Not to necessarily, you know.
Yeah. And you know what? We should have changed that to, I think more appropriately would have been to forgive and not what's the word, hold it against them.
Right.
Like you don't hold it against them.
There you go. That's a better word.
Like you can start off on a new slate.
On a new slate, yes.
I guess that was too wordy. That's why we just put that in there.
Because when I think about the forgive and the forget, that's what I mean. Like a kind of like a let go.
There you go.
Let go. There you go.
And let go.
And let go, not forget, because you need those things to help you to grow. You don't want to forget, because then you go and you do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But when it comes to the memory part, make sure that memory is based in truth.
Yeah.
Make sure it's based in truth, because sometimes we can exaggerate things, and you know it'll be a whole story of like he came through with a baseball bat and he was swinging at me, and like, nah, he
you done told the story so many times now you start to believe damn man. Yeah, you gotta make sure.
Make sure it's based in truth.
Yeah.
And one of the last things is you keep your commitments.
Yeah.
Now, for somebody who can keep their commitments, that is so strong in an individual, because there's so many people who are not able to keep their commitments.
Yeah.
And you know, so many people get into things and they do it prematurely. Like we've actually had some people who they go out and they get car loans and stuff like that, but they didn't read the fine print on what they need to do when it comes to their last payment. They weren't really committed, but you know, it's
a lot out there.
Neither here nor there. But we do have a request for a card reading from our lovely, lovely Solange.
Yes.
And we are going to jump into her reading right now.
Right now. Baby, do you want to do the honors of the sagey?
Oh, yeah. If the lighter got some fluid in it.
Oh, yes. It's got lots of fluid.
There we go.
We live an abundant life.
Yes, we do.
Ooh. Solange, your cards just jump out of the pack today. What's going on? They just flew out. So we have the mask. So this is They jumped out, baby. They jumped out.
They just jumped.
They just
Okay.
jumped out. I'm going with that. So this is the 5 of air. They literally flew out of the pack, and I usually do 3, and 3 came out. So this is why I'm going to follow my intuition. So this is the taking the mask off, right?
You said 5 of air.
Yeah, this is the 5 of air. Not being afraid to let people see you for who you are, right? And then we have intuition, following your intuition, right? Don't doubt your intuition because it's on point all the time. And then we have, you got some good cards, girl.
Who's that, 10 of air?
This is the 10 of air. This is one of my favorite cards in the pack. I have a lot of favorite cards. But this one is encouraging you to step out. Step out and owning your freedom, you know, owning your ideology, whatever that is, you know, leaving the nest. So the 10 of air, for the last one, it signifies self-actualization, liberation, altered or higher perception, you know, a broader way of seeing things now, new paradigms like what we experiencing. You know, we don't need 5G because we in 5D type vibrations, right? Great mystery, paradox, and potential. So you got great potential. A time of independence, say goodbye to the public persona, right?
Yes.
And this comes hand in hand with the persona, taking off the mask, right? Just being you. No longer bounded to another's opinion. You know, you understand that opinions are like, you know,
everybody
has one. Walk your own path in confidence. And just know that humans are paradoxical by nature. See how your potential influences you. Know that you have great potential within you. And the self is whole. So you are whole. You're not half a person. You are whole. It says time to grow up and leave home.
Yes.
Oh. And yeah, so take off the mask. Take it off.
Yeah, just like this next one.
Time to just be honest. Let go of all those illusions. Face who you are wholeheartedly. And trust your intuition because it's there to guide you. So on your journey to self-discovery and self-freedom and living in your truth, your intuition is going to be your best friend. Do not doubt your intuition. It's there to guide you. It's your internal GPS.
And once again, take off the mask.
Yep. You are very, very welcome.
All right. And yes, to Diamond, yes, we do card readings. And just a quick reminder, y'all, the readings that we do on the YouTube channel, they're pretty much short and sweet.
Yeah.
But the ones that we do for those individuals we do sessions with, sometimes we have like 9, sometimes 12 cards that come out, and it's like a full blown reading that gives you pretty much really detailed information as to what's going on in your spiritual journey, or if you're looking for readings when it comes to your love life, we can do that as well.
Yeah.
But we do have Carla that is up next. So thank you so much for the support.
You always want to call her Charlotte.
I always want to call her Charlotte. Yes. You're so welcome, Solange.
Thank you. You're welcome, my love.
Oh, yeah. We love y'all, too.
We
love y'all. That's why we wouldn't be on this channel right now if we didn't love y'all, because we have to be able to hold space and bring some lightness to this dark.
We do. We have to. And this is for Charlotte. Okay, so Charlotte, let's see what your higher self got for you on today. Let's see what messages coming out. These messages are really on time and divine. Let's see what your higher self has got in store here on today.
Oh, everybody try to do that.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh.
I'm telling you, y'all, the energies today is pretty high. Lots of high energies today.
Yeah. And yeah, things are just going crazy because we on our run earlier this morning, we actually saw like 12 different caterpillars just all in a row. And at first we saw one, and we're like, oh, we got to get this caterpillar out the road. And then we saw a second one. It's like, oh, it's another one. And then we just saw it's like like 12 or 13 like caterpillars just all over the place. It was like, what in the world is all of this?
I don't know.
It's just crazy.
It was a lot. Ooh. Oh my gosh, y'all jumping out of the place today. Hold on. It's a lot of excitement going on. Okay, so we have faith.
First one is faith.
And we have the Seven of Earth.
Gotta get grounded.
And we have the Two of Earth. So you got some Earth cards on today.
All right.
Yeah, so you got some Earth cards. And so faith. You know what? When I was doing like getting the cards ready for today, this one actually popped out, the faith card, faith, emotion, and the self-awareness. When I was getting the cards ready just to see where we at energetically, this one came out. And so the faith card is just calling you to have faith, right? And just trusting that things are going to work out the way that it's supposed to. Sometimes we can't always see what's really going on at the moment. It's like things are not always clear to us. But in certain situations, and in life in general, it really calls on us to have faith and to trust in ourselves, right? Faith is a beautiful thing, and it helps us to overcome difficult situations. Also, self-belief and faith inspires confidence in self. And just know that don't doubt yourself. It also says do not give up because of past mistakes. So whatever happened in the past, just use it as a stepping stool and learn from your past mistakes. Be kind and supportive, and set yourself believable goals, like goals that are really call it SMART goals, right? And you're not alone.
No, you're not alone.
Always know that you're not alone. And confirmation is when I was in meditation in the tub, taking my salt bath. One day I went into the tub, wanted to get some, I'm in a salt bath, I got my candles. I'm like, yes, I'm getting divine inspiration right now. And the only thing that came to me in that whole meditation was, you are not alone. So we are not alone. We're never alone. We don't come into this world alone, right? And so we're never alone. Not even when we leave, we're going to be alone. We're never alone. All right? And so the next one is the Two of Earth.
Actually, I think this one came.
The balance in the chakras, yeah. So balance in the chakras. So that one means that you got to get into nature. Start doing some meditation, doing some grounding. Let Mother Earth heal you. So you want to go take your feet, your shoes off, connect with the ground. Do that equal exchange that we do, oxygen exchange with the trees.
Yeah.
All the time.
So we're taking care of the higher realm,
right?
But we got to take care of the lower realm by connecting our feet
Yep.
to the earth, whether it's in a lake or it's on the ground.
Yep.
Not on the concrete. That is not grounding. Okay.
It's pretend grounding.
Yeah.
But yes, and it says address whatever stress that you have going on, but promise you, going out into nature, whatever stress, whatever relief that you're looking for, nature has it. 1000%.
Mother Earth has your back.
Yes. And it says it's time to physically interact and connect with nature. So if you've been going into nature, continue going into nature.
Yep.
Because that's what we do. Like on the weekends, we're in nature. We're hiking, we're climbing.
Something.
And we were up high, really high. And I was, running out of breath because, we have these terrains and it's really high. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm
what
tired.
What did I get myself
into? And I held on to one of the trees, put my hands on the tree, and I started breathing, inhale and exhale. And I got a boost of energy. My breath went back to normal, boost of energy, and I was able to continue on the journey. And whenever I get tired or I feel weak or whatever, or drained, hold on to the tree, do the same thing, boost of energy. So nature heals us. Don't let them trick you.
Don't let them fool you.
It's really true. It is true. And the Two of Earth, it says balance in work and play. So learning how to balance your play and work life, balancing responsibility and personal needs, be open to compromise, be confident but grounded. So it sounds like it's calling for a lot of root chakra work here.
Yeah.
Make sure your goals are realistic and set expectations for yourself, right? Take stock and prioritize in your goals and forgive your limitations. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Diamond, I'm pretty sure even though your state may have some nature places locked down, there's still opportunities just for you to get out and because the main thing is the intention.
Yeah.
The intention is for you to connect with Mother Earth. If you got just a little piece of patch of grass,
a little piece of patch
in front of your yard,
that's all you need.
That's all you need.
If you got to go and buy a plant, like if you can't get out into nature, bring nature to you.
Yeah.
Go to the plant place, buy you some plants. You know, make a little sanctuary, a little spot, even if it's in your room or in your living room. Put it around you, and sit down, and that's your little sanctuary.
Yeah.
So if you can't really get to nature, bring nature to you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because like recently I've just been every time I go to the store, there's they have these plants that they usually have for sale for like $3 or $4 or something like that, and it's like recently I got an aloe vera plant.
I see you.
I got 2 cactuses.
You did. You been going and getting good plants. I'm like, baby, what you doing with this plant?
Like it's just another way of bringing life in, because and in addition to that, we're also prepping for when we start farming, because we're gonna have our own land where we're producing our own food, being sovereign completely. So right now I'm really just getting myself used to taking care of
plants, just getting into that whole idea, being with nature, the agriculture, learning how to farm, learning how to grow your own stuff, and just getting back to the basics again, because you don't ever want to be at a point where somebody is telling you, if you want to eat this food, you're gonna have to let me inject you with something, or you're gonna have to do what I say, or I'm not gonna feed you. So we're not, we we don't know if we want to live like that. So we're just preparing ourselves to become sovereign, and it's a good,
we're already sovereign.
Yeah, we're already sovereign.
We're just exercising.
Right, and it's good to be able to get your own stuff. It's nothing wrong with getting your own stuff. And if things are out there and you want to go get it, then so be it. But it's more empowering. You give yourself more power.
Yes.
When you become independent and you can produce your own stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And so it doesn't look like we have any other readings being requested. So one thing we definitely wanted to put a shout out, because not so much a shout out, but as a reminder that if what we've been doing on this channel has been helpful for you in any shape, form, or fashion, we do, as you can see scrolling down the bottom, just by supporting this channel, it helps us in coming in and providing you all with this information and putting together slides and things of that nature, and giving you some practical information to help you out in your day-to-day life. So if you would like to donate, we would definitely appreciate that.
Yes, and also for the business opportunity that we're doing, to become sovereign, and because the economy, we don't know what it's doing, we don't know where it's going, but we're definitely encouraging all of our brothers and sisters to become sovereign in any which way possible, whether that's financial, whether that is owning your own land, and getting your own things, just becoming sovereign in general. If you guys are wanting to know more about ways that you can make extra money, take your finances into your own hands, we do you there you go right there. So you text boss to that number right there. 205-683-5535. And so we'll get with you and we'll give you some more information on you know, what it's about, what it entails.
Now, a little precursor, because some have been using this as an opportunity to just get some free advice. And I don't mean about business. This doesn't have anything to do with business.
I cannot right now.
So I'm just, if you are going to text the word boss to that number, please have the mentality that you are actually getting information about potentially opening your own business and understand what comes with that.
A responsibility, independence, responsibility. So if you're an individual who's more like an entrepreneur, and you really, you're not afraid of being your own boss, right? If you're still in that mindset of wanting to be, you don't know if you can work for yourself, or you still feel like you need to be supervised, then this probably would not be good for you.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And it is okay. But if you feel like, you don't know where this economy is going, you really want to take your own finances into your own hands and you want to start doing your own thing, then go ahead and text us to that number, 205-683-5535. And we can really start showing you what we're doing and how we have been experiencing. We've been good throughout this whole situation.
Yeah.
So
because like we're coming out through this thing. We came out the smoke not smelling like smoke.
Right. It was
like we went through a lot of crap, but we smell like roses.
Right.
Okay.
Kind of did good.
So if you want to learn how we were able to do that, and if you want to put yourself in a position to really empower yourself and actually be even more of a pillar for the community by really helping your brothers and sisters improve themselves financially, definitely hit us up.
Right. And who's this? Jithru. She said, "Can I get a reading?"
Okay, yeah, but you definitely. No, she hasn't.
Oh, she don't know how to do it. Okay.
Yeah, let me put that back up. So if y'all gotta make it quick, because if y'all want a reading,
yeah, we about to go because I was getting ready to do the collective.
Yeah.
The collective reading that this is so timely right now. Because like my baby said earlier, we went on our run this morning to do our jog and our little exercise and yoga, and we saw so many caterpillars. The first caterpillar, looks like it was going into the street, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this little caterpillar. Let me put it back in the grass so it doesn't get crushed or anything. So I'm taking up and it was feisty too. It was like fighting and stuff. I'm like, get on the leaf.
It's been eating a lot too.
Yeah, so I got it on the leaf, and my baby he put it in the tree. So we're like, okay, good, we saved the life. We did something good today. And so when we were leaving, I looked down on the floor. I'm like, wait a minute, it's another one. And so it's another caterpillar. I'm like, this is strange. So I'm like, okay, maybe one for you, one for me, getting all romantic and stuff. I'm like, look at the twin flame caterpillar. But then, so he got that one, put it back, and then we're walking away, and it was caterpillars everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, there's 1, 2, 3, all in the concrete, just walking. One of them, unfortunately, we couldn't save everybody. But it was just a lot of caterpillars everywhere, the same colors too.
Yeah, and hold on. And Charla, for the tomato plants, like if you have any information to share about planting and things of that nature, please share it, because this is a new endeavor that we are jumping into. And so right now I've been looking at stuff about farming, how to make profit on it if need be, and knowing exactly which side of the house I need to put it on, because we want to make sure that it gets the most sunlight and things of that nature. So soil, everything. So
Did you put back my transformation card?
Oh yeah, Death and Rebirth.
Yeah, that was the collective card.
Yeah, I showed. You want
Oh,
to
you
bring
did?
it back out?
Oh yeah, because I didn't say what it was. Well, I guess they know what it's for.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so that's it. That's our collective reading, the death and transformation card. And so that just means, and that's why I gave the little story about the caterpillar, because it was kind of symbolic of, because the caterpillars, they, go into their cocoon and then they come out to be a butterfly. So I figured that was nature's way of telling us that it's just the whole, next phase that's going on.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I don't know if I can find it.
She said, now I know the way to go. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're very, very welcome. So yeah, that's for the collective reading right now. It's really transformational. Yeah, that was it. That was it. The death and the rebirth card. So we are going through a transformation right now, collectively.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be going through your little cocoon phase and, shedding, growing your wings, whatever that might mean for you. For us, we know what it means, and it's something beautiful. And we've been working. We've been working for about, I want to say, a year and a half. And so finally we've got our wings. So it's beautiful, beautiful transformation time.
Yep.
So that's it. That's our collective reading, and that's our beautiful Lionsgate. Yeah. Lionsgate. We woke and getting ready. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's just for those who've been putting in the work, guys.
Yeah.
For those of us who we've been doing our shadow work, we've been crying, we've been laughing, we've been doing our forgiving, leveling up, all that stuff. And so now we're gonna see our wings, right?
Yes. Hey, we gotta get together. Hey, like I said, if y'all got some information about planting, if you know any good books, definitely email us with whatever list you got, or if you got any YouTube channels. And that's a perfect time. Right now is a perfect time for you to start a YouTube channel if you ever thought about one, because there are so many people out here that are going to be looking for ways to be independent. And if you have knowledge about how to be independent, it's definitely important for you to share it. Because there's so many people that are going to be looking for it. Because, for example, we were looking for, well, not so much looking for it, but it found us. We found the information about how to create a homestead and how to make it self-sufficient with the water, with the power, the planting, and everything. And we got a whole book just to show us how to do homesteading. And so now we're just investigating on land, trying to find the right locations and things of that nature, and trying to decide whether or not we're going to build a house or if we're going to get a house already on it. But I'm stopping there because we don't want to get too much out. I'm just excited about it, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands into the dirt and really connecting with Mother Earth and just going through this whole change that's about to unfold right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, it's already unfolding. And Christian said, thank you for the love and support. And looks like he said he felt something new and special happening. Beautiful. I love it. New and special happening within. That's what I'm talking about. So you're feeling that something within, that's an indication that you're going to start seeing it on the outside. That's how it happens. Not the outside and then in. It is the opposite. First you feel it on the inside, then you'll see it reflected on the outside. That's how real change takes place.
Yep. So with that being said, y'all, it is late and we have to get up and do extraness in the morning. So
exercise.
Yes. So we just want to send you all much love, much peace. And just remember who you are.
Know thyself.
All right. We love y'all.
Love you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.